You know, to be quite honest with you, there is going to be something that is, or which is going to quite disappoint you when it comes to March 2023, my gorgeous Aries. But at least you will know exactly where you are with your life. At least you will know exactly where you are standing, if you know what I mean. Because at the end of the day, why this is going to be so beneficial for you, it's purely because at this moment in time, most certainly you are going to be able to separate the actual illusion from reality, and that in itself you will understand and you will realize how much something was actually slowing you down, purely because you didn't want to accept maybe something not working out in your lives. So when it comes to March 2023, it's boiling down quite a lot to that particular point in time where you are going to realize, you know, that something really big and really important, and that in itself, it's like basically going to allow you to separate illusion from the actual reality, and that in itself, it's pretty much so going to open your eyes instantly, and you will realize that for quite a while now you had an uncertain outlook when it comes to such an important things in your life. And this is why, because a lot of emotional confusion was created because of that. So it is important at this stage of your life to actually be able to kind of single things out, if you know what I mean. And at the same time, you are also going to become aware of some kind of a hidden enemies, and not only enemy, but enemies, certain people who are affecting you in such a way where, you know, you were thinking very negatively about things and about yourself and about your life without even realizing. And that's clearly showing to me that, you know, karmically something has come to an end in your life. And when something comes to an end in your life or in our lives karmically, we need to kind of make an edit as quick as we can. But we can only make a certain edit, we can only make a certain adjustment at the moment in time when we are brave, and we can only be brave at the time when we are certain and we are confident. And your confidence was affected because for a while you were hanging around and you were around the people who were having like a pretty much so a negative impact and negative influence on you. And this is why this is so important. And it's not necessarily that you were doing this like physically when you were around the people and things like that. No, baby, no. It can also be maybe somewhere where you are kind of like using lots of your energy towards, and maybe it's like to do with the certain groups that you are in, you know, on the internet, for example. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be necessarily physically. It can also be maybe you either being part of the certain groups on the internet, or maybe even like you paying attention to wrong things, to a very, very negative things in life without you even realizing, you know. And this started affecting you, and it affected you to the point where without you even being aware of this, you know what I mean, you did find yourself like maybe every single time when you wanted to start something new or to begin something new, you would kind of stop yourself down. You would just like kind of you would kind of slow yourself down, you know. You will kind of stop yourself, you will slow yourself down, and through the power of your subconscious mind, there is so much that we can do, like when it comes to like a really amazing and great and mind-blowing things in life. But at the same time, at the back of our subconscious mind, there can also be things, you know, like that are really kind of maybe scaring us to kind of go forward with our lives. So you need to identify exactly who and what was affecting you. But I can tell you that you know, you are going to become aware of the hidden enemies, and that moment in time, this is going to be so important to you, because it's clearly going to show you which, you know, what has come to an end, which discontinuance of effort do you need to pay attention to. And this is going to come to you through your own intuition. You will know and you will understand exactly what do you need to do. But for the love of God, you must trust yourself, and you need to trust your intuition. At the same time, my gorgeous Erini, what else is actually going to happen is that someone very much so, someone important in your life, somebody somebody gorgeous in your life, somebody who means to you so much, and somebody who's rather consistent in your life. Like whether this is a friend or whether this is like a family member, that particular person is going to give you an important news. And that important news that you are going to have precisely at around the 16th of March, it's also going to kind of this important news that you are going to have, this is going to kind of make you aware of almost instantly which part of your life you should kind of invest more. And because this is coming through someone who like you really understand and who means to you so much, this in itself is going to be felt on a completely different level, if you know what I mean, especially when it comes to energetically, on a completely different level. So that in itself, it's really kind of gonna be such an important part of your life, because it's all gonna lead towards you coming up with a new plan. So within the last 11 days of March, the last 11 days of March are gonna be so important. The last 11 days of March are gonna be literally life-changing. You need to pay attention to the actual signs. You need to pay attention to what is constantly on your mind, and at the same time, the last 11 days of March, it's all about you like really coming up with a new plan. Okay, so because by then your eyes are going to be open, and there are two important revelations that you are going to have, and these revelations that you are going to become aware of are really going to blow you away. The revelation number one is going to happen on the 11th of March. What are you going to see and what you're going to become aware of? You're not going to believe it, but you better believe it. This is going to be really good. You're going to have the flavor and the taste of how your life can be, how your life should be, how your life needs to be. You're going to feel something so specific in your spirit and in your soul, and this in itself, it's going to make you aware of the certain vibrations you've never ever been through in your life, let alone feeling them, in this particular way. And another revelation that you're actually going to have, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to happen again on the very much so to the 21st of March. This other revelation that you are going to have on the 21st of March, it's really kind of going to, something it's going to be revealed to you on the 21st of March, but it's more about you understanding the importance of the actual people in your life, and you understanding also about maybe certain relationships in your life that you need to work on. And you will realize on the 21st of March specifically, like, I'm not saying that you were neglecting certain relationships in your life, but I'm just saying to you that the experience that you're going to have, it's like kind of not gonna give you the sense of urgency, but it's almost like if you will feel like you want to slap yourself maybe why you didn't spend more time with the certain people in your life who mean to you so much. The experience that you are going to have on the 21st of March is going to open you up beautifully and spiritually, and yet again it is going to have an absolutely mind-blowing impact on you in so many different ways, because now suddenly you will want to spend the time with people in your life who mean to you so much, and you are going to start putting them as a number one. Please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you were neglecting people in your life, but I'm just saying that you are at the end of the day going to have a really beautiful and emotional experience. And this is important when it comes to your spiritual journey, because you will see that the certain things that you didn't pay attention to, that you weren't pay attention to over the last 7 or 8 months, you should kind of give more of your precious energy towards. And this in itself is going to be big, because it's going to kind of give you the whole new sense, of reality. And at the same time, you're going to realize how powerful you are, how gorgeous you are, how important you are in the eyes of those people who mean to you the most, and vice versa indeed. When it comes to the actual numerology, your number is number 22, my gorgeous Erinis. It's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This is all about the development, and it's all about you making such a big decision that you're going to be worrying about so much. You're going to be worried about making this big decision, but this big decision that you're going to make, it's only going to happen at around the mid-March, and it's going to really kind of be the natural step when it comes to the actual progress in your life, okay? The natural step forward. But now, beforehand, you're also going to become aware of some kind of accomplishment, and that accomplishment that you're going to become aware of right before you make that decision, this is going to be something which is at the same time going to provide you with a spiritual key, which is in itself going to help you to unlock this absolutely mind-blowing door. So the number 22, it's all about you becoming aware of this mind-blowing accomplishment this month. And after that accomplishment, you know, you must not be in like some kind of stationary position. No, baby, no, because this is going to require from you to think about what naturally would be the best step for you to do. And do not be surprised when you are also now suddenly, especially at around the 15th of March, you kind of like really start feeling very negatively about a specific person in your life. Now suddenly someone is going to pop back into your mind, and that particular person who's actually going to pop back into your mind at around the 15th of March, you know, you're going to be like, where is this coming from? And it's someone who you really don't like, someone who you completely dislike, and somebody who's like really getting on your nerves, and somebody who you would never you were never able to understand. And this is going to be a clear sign. And it's not only about that, but that particular person was also responsible for you feeling very negative and you feeling really down. So yes, there was a karma in between you and that particular person. You must dig out that karma, baby. You need to work on this like there is no tomorrow. How are you going to work on this? Well, suddenly you are going to be reminded. You're going to see something and you're going to be reminded, or you're going to read something, or you may even see the picture, photo of someone, and it reminded you of that. It's going to remind you of that person, of someone in your life who has done something bad to you. And I've been saying this all along, but it is so important to try to forgive and forget to that particular person. This in itself shouldn't really shock you. And now when you know this, when you are going to be reminded of someone at around the 15th of March, you know, when you are going to be reminded of someone who has done something negative to you, like now you will know that you also at the same time you need to forgive and forget. You know, this is so important. And I know again it's easy for me to say, but you're not going to be able to move on with your life, because it's all about forgiving and forgetting, not about what that person has done necessarily, but it's about your own wiseness. You show to your spirit and to your soul how much you understand about the world around you and about the things around you. You need to elevate yourself on a completely different level, and that in itself means that you need to show to your spirit, you need to prove the certain point that, you know, it's all about forgiveness, and you remove yourself from that situation, and that in itself means that you set yourself free. It's not about that person, it's not about what they have done, but it's about your own understanding about this not being such a big thing or a big issue in your life. And as soon as you do this, as soon as you forgive and forget, you are going to be able to move on with your life. But that particular person is going to be standing in your way, you know, and I know you're going to probably get irritated or like, oh my God, no baby, no. So you shouldn't feel irritated. This is also a really good sign that you are going to benefit from the natural progress in life after that moment in time. But you have to trust yourself. This is so important, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. And also, on another hand, what else I was going to say, when it comes to nutrition, I still highly advise you what I was saying to you before. Keep going and keep going and keep going by taking natural vitamin D3 supplement, which is absolutely a must. even if you are every day in the sun, that doesn't matter. I would still highly suggest you to take a natural vitamin D3 because it's going to help you to boost your immune system. It's going to be so brilliant when it comes to your sensitive bones, because yet again this month you are going to feel your bones being a little bit sensitive. And when it comes to the actual natural vitamin D3, this is something that you should be taking with the natural zinc picolinate as well. A zinc picolinate is a natural form of zinc, and it's a highly absorbable form of zinc, and these two things together are remarkable when it comes to boosting your immune system indeed. But it's also beneficial for skin, hair and nails, and it's something that most certainly you should be taking. And the third thing that I highly, absolutely super highly advise is to take organic chlorella. Organic chlorella, it's a supplement, it's a mind-blowing supplement which is rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is superb for your brain, for your mind, for your memory, for your immune system. But at the same time, it has got this mind-blowing ability to detoxify our body from the dangerous metals. Yes, dangerous metals. They're in the air, they're in the soil, they're in the ground. Whether you believe this or not, you better believe, baby, this is true. And the actual organic chlorella has been proven over and over again when it comes to its ability to actually detoxify our body from all these dangerous metals, because these dangerous metals above all can also like kind of prevent our body from absorbing a very important nutrition. And when that happens, you know, then that does affect every single part of our life, every single part of our body. It affects our balance. And I will show you now, of course, that I've got my own brand, because these are made with a highly you know, like a high quality ingredients, exceptional quality ingredients, without any rubbish, without any horrible chemicals, and it's suitable for vegetarians, vegans and everyone. So this is a zinc picolinate that I highly recommend you. This is a natural vitamin D3, okay, and the third baby is organic chlorella. Now these vitamins you will see in the description below, or you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you will see my vitamin page popping up that way as well. And if you are on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Aries, or not. So now going on the very first date that I would like to recommend you. Now before I go to the very first date, which is the 6th of March, I want you to pay attention to what is actually going to be on your mind on the 1st and the 2nd of March. On the 1st and the 2nd of March, please do remember me saying this, my gorgeous Aries, you know, because you are going to be able to unlock something so powerful within by following this spiritual sacred instruction. So your spiritual sacred instruction this month is, my gorgeous Aries, to pay attention to what is on your mind on the 1st and the 2nd of March 2023. This is so important because that in itself, it's also going to like kind of provide you with two very, very interesting ideas that you were never thinking about before. And this in itself is really important because it's going to kind of lead you towards the part of your life that you are gonna rediscover yourself again, which is gonna pretty much so be very evident on the 26th and the 27th of March. Indeed, by then you are gonna have the actual clue of what am I talking about completely, because by then you will be on a completely different level, let alone your own level of understanding what you're actually going to be going through. So this is important. When it comes to the actual 6th of March, I really like this. The very 6th of March is basically, you know, it's good. It's a really good news, and this is to do with your hard work. This is to do with your growth. This is to do with like your progress. You know, it's like basically, you know, it's the results of your hard work. This is where you're gonna see that you are you know, that you are having an important progress. This is going to surprise you because something is gonna happen much quicker, much sooner than you've actually expected. And this in itself is brilliant because also that moment in time, you are going to become aware of the fact that you are going to need to have a really important conversation with someone. And that conversation with someone that you are going to become aware of, my gorgeous Aries, at the same time, it's really important to mention, because it's almost as if you're going to be really worried about this. You're going to be worried about this. But once you have a conversation with that particular person, this whole thing is going to turn out to be completely different. Something very, very successful. It's actually going to come out of it. But most importantly, you are going to realize something mind-blowing about yourself. And I like this. I like this because that is going to give you food for thought. But at the same time, you're going to realize how much you changed. And that is going to make you very strong. It's going to help you to stand very firmly on the ground. And this is eventually just going to lead towards you recentering and grounding yourself at the time where you're going to find this more beneficial than ever, because it is going to help you quite a lot when it comes to your mental clarity and preparing yourself for like a very exciting time, which is going to be for you most certainly like April 2023. Yes, I know this is March, but April is going to be extremely, extremely mind-blowing in every possible way. So the more you put energy towards things that are like really calling you and attracting you towards this month, the more you're going to be discovering and rediscovering things about yourself that you are going to find absolutely super important, not only even now, but throughout the actual year. So going back on the actual 6th of March, my gorgeous Aries, so this is all about this important a progress that you are going to become aware of, and that progress that I mentioned on the 6th of March, it's like it's to do with your growth and the hard work. But then again, it's more about an accomplishment, really big accomplishment that is going to make you feel really powerful, and that in itself is going to give you so much confidence, because it's a lot about you, it's a lot about your own stability, but realizing how amazing you actually are. It's all going to boil down towards, you understanding and realizing, oh my God, I'm so happy now. This is going to bring you so much joy and pleasure and such a beautiful and peaceful energy at the same time. It's about being content, but then at the same time about you like being so happy with yourself, but at the same time having a support from those people in your life that means you the most, especially when it comes to you deciding in the stage and the period in between the 6th of March and the 14th of March to actually make a really big, massive, giant change when it comes to your home. This is something that is going to make you feel like so good, but it's also like kind of going to make you feel really, really happy, because you wanted to do this change for absolute ages now, my gorgeous Aries. So of course that you are going to be really, really excited. Okay, so what else I was going to recommend you would be this absolutely amazing silicone. Look at this beautiful, not the other way. Look at how beautiful this crystal is. A very, very powerful, because you know what, as soon as you wear this powerful crystal, which is called silicone, at the same time, it brings you the feeling of lightness and the sense of serenity, and it creates a clear heart connection with the divine. And that in itself, like basically applies to every single aspect of our lives that we can work on, that we can go through. The good things make us feel really good about ourselves, and they make us feel really confident. But bad things and the negative things that might be happening, or the negative energy that we may pick from other people, like basically can also have a very negative impact on us, because there are certain people that are so strong and so heavy in terms of the energy that they project on other people. And these people don't have to be necessarily evil or horrible, but it depends how strong their energy is, and it depends what's going on in their lives. Because if their life is fantastic, then they project fantastic energy on other people. But if their life is really bad and they're dealing with a certain problem, then this is the energy that people can also feel. So you have been around some very, very strong people, very specific people that have been kind of like bringing like kind of like a low energy towards you, my gorgeous Aries. So this is why I highly suggest you to get this silicone, because as soon as you wear it, and also when you feel awful, when you feel horrible, when you feel spaced out, or you couldn't sleep all night and then you need to have an important meeting, people don't care if you couldn't sleep all night. Maybe you were nervous all night, maybe you have a bad hangover, you know, life is like that, you know, and sometimes, you know, you just, it's all about 99% like you showing your face, really, but sometimes we do need to be completely clicked on when it comes to our mind, of course. So this is why it's for those situations when you feel like really uneasy, you feel really horrible, and this almost instantly bring you feeling of lightness and sense of serenity, so you can focus on things that you should be focusing on, instead of being tempered with by these negative energies that can like really make us feel and think in such a negative way that overpowers us. So this is why this is absolutely remarkable for an instant balance, my gorgeous Aries. And if you also know someone who could benefit from this, get them, because it's going to bring him the world of good indeed. And this gorgeous silicone pendant comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. The second important date, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to be on the 15th of March. My God, something really interesting and very unusual is going to happen to you on the 15th of March. It's like you are going to have such a meaningful experience that you are not going to be able to stop thinking about what's about this experience whatsoever. You are going to have a mind-blowing, meaningful experience on the 15th of March, and this in itself, it's really going to be the moment of your own awakening, but also at the same time you are going to realize that something is gonna mean to you so much. You're gonna feel so passionate about something, you are gonna feel so strong about doing something and starting something, that in itself is going to be a clear indication that this is something that you should go for. And at the same time, as soon as you feel so passionate about something, starting something, what you will not know is that you're already giving a birth to some kind of creation. So you just have to let yourself go with this particular flow, and the only way to do this is by following your intuition, and you cannot get wrong whatsoever. So this meaningful experience that you are going to have on the 15th of March is really kind of going to be like an adventurous moment in time, because it's also like kind of going to open your eyes, and at that moment in time you are going to have a control over some kind of situation that was preventing you to be creative, that was affecting your strength, that was affecting your courage, that was affecting your energy, that was affecting your determination, you know, that was affecting you being like as active as you should have been, you know. So this is all going to be really mind-blowing moment in time, because now suddenly, especially in the stage and the period in between the 15th of March and the 22nd of March, you're going to find yourself being as creative like never before. But also when it comes to the 15th of March and the 22nd of March, pay attention to the idea that you're going to have at the same time. Look at this. Pay attention to the idea that you're actually going to have at the same time, my gorgeous Aries, because that idea in itself, it's also going to start the process of healing. Okay, that idea is going to start the process of healing, but also at the same time you need to understand that that particular idea is also going to heal your life. It's going to heal you, and at the same time it's going to really bring you an important answer, like, oh my God. The third date that I was going to talk to you about, my gorgeous Aries, it's also going to be on the 17th of March, where you are going to overcome a really massive challenge. And as soon as that happens, as soon as you become aware of like the fact that you're going to overcome a really big challenge, really massive challenge is coming to an end, and you will know this, and that in itself, it's going to be really successful time for you in so many different ways. But most importantly, pay attention to the actual realization that you are going to have, this important realization that you are going to have at that moment moment in time, it's going to be all about like how that you shouldn't worry about something being delayed, in your life, that you shouldn't worried about something being delayed in your life. This is important because that particular thing was also draining your energy. And the last important date, my gorgeous Aries, are going to be on the 25th of March. On the 25th of March, you know what, I'm not gonna lie to you, you are going to really be a little bit disappointed with someone so much. You are going to become aware of something about someone here in your life, and this is going to really kind of, oh God, it's going to make you feel really, really disappointed. And that in itself, it's going to be quite a bitter experience. And you're going to realize why you had a stationary period in your life as well through that particular person. And this is going to happen completely out of the blue. This is going to happen completely out of the blue. And then, at that moment in time when that happens, my gorgeous Aries, look, let me show you. You see this? When that happens, for example, on the 25th of March, and this is going to happen completely unexpectedly. Now, when I say to you, you see this, there you go. You just need to change your plans a little bit. It's just going to lead towards you changing your plans a little bit, but doing what you want to do. Okay, so this is like really kind of you becoming aware of this. This in itself, it's going to happen completely out of the blue, but at the same time, it's going to lead towards you changing your plans. But then again, very soon after that moment in time, so this is going to happen completely unexpectedly, but it needs to happen in this particular way because it's also going to show you like something has come to an end in between you and somebody else. And this is important because karmically this is something that is still, what I said before, kind of affecting you, but at the same time it was affecting your harmony in your life, it was affecting your peace, it was affecting your tranquility, and also it was affecting you to kind of it was affecting you in such a way where you didn't give a credit to yourself when the credit is due, almost as if you were neglecting yourself because of this particular person. So this is why it's also important for you to understand, to move on from that particular person indeed. And that in itself, it's really going to, you see, it's going to almost as if you are going to worry about the finances and financial situation a little bit, but you shouldn't. What you need to pay attention to is how you can protect things that belong to you, but at the same time, just remember the actual power of cooperation. It's going to be more important than ever. And also, my gorgeous Aries, what else I was going to recommend you? Absolutely gorgeous, mind-blowingly beautiful. Check this baby. Check how beautiful this is. A crazy lace jasper. Absolutely beautiful, very powerful, very unique, and very, very strong. Especially when it comes to warding off an evil eye. It wards off an evil eye, but brings joy and it absorbs emotional pain. So this is like, oh my God, such a powerful little crystal. It's so strong, but it's also at the same time really powerful and gentle. As soon as you hold this in your hands, you can feel like a completely different vibration to any other crystal. There is something very unique about this because on one hand, it just kind of makes you re-energize and it brings you courage and it opens you up like to explore certain parts of your life that you feel stuck with. So this really kind of brings that blockage up, and at the same time, it just really pushes you forward. But just remember that it wards off an evil eye and brings joy and absorbs emotional pain. This is something that every single one of us can actually benefit from, but on top of that, it makes you feel extremely courageous when it comes to making certain steps in life that you know that you should make them, but you're still kind of holding yourself down. So it really helps you to open up within. This gorgeous crazy lace jasper comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the the description below. By buying things from my channel, you also support my channel as well. So thank you very much for that. And also, if you know someone who could benefit from it, just get for them, you know, because it's like a mind-blowing gift, really. You know, these things, they don't have value. What an amazing impact on our life, you know, in our life they actually bring. So now, my gorgeous Aries, I'm just going to see, when it comes to those of you in relationship, now you need to understand this, that this is going to be important, because your partner is going to mention something to you. Your partner is going to point something out, something that you both need to kind of work on a little bit more. Almost as if you will both think at some point you were working on something, you were trying to achieve something, and at some point, okay, I need to push this because I'm gonna knock this off. This, my little microphone is here, you see. I don't like having it here, so I just have it here next to my little kitty. So it's just this wire now. You see, I changed the room, so you can't even tell. Yeah, but anyway, so basically now, this is what I was going to say. So it's almost like as if you were both working on something, Aries, you and your partner, and now you both thought that something has come to an end, like you put in as much as you could have put, but no, baby, no. Your partner is going to point out that you both need to kind of work on something. You need to put more energy and more effort towards something very, very specific that you both thought that not that it came to an end, but you both thought it's kind of finished. So now you just need to really understand that if you do put more energy and effort towards some kind of goal that you thought that you've done it, you know, this is going to bring you a really remarkable material gain. It's going to make you more money. It's going to bring you more money. So this is for the couples. It's important. So it's entirely up to you. If you want more money, you need to put more energy towards something very specific. And how you will know what I'm talking about, it's to do with something that means to you so much, to you and your partner, but at the same time your partner is going to come up with that and it's going to say, I think that we should put more energy towards this, and you're going to be like, what are you on about? And then you're going to realize that your partner was absolutely right. So now, my gorgeous Aries, for those of you who are single and ready to, hello my darling, you know what, this is a very, very interesting month for those of you who want a little bit of a kissy. No, I'm joking. No, well, yeah, it's like very interesting month for romance, because you know, I really like this. Someone, it's like kind of going to walk into your life this month, and it's like basically it's about this person who is gonna like turn your world upside down slowly but surely. If it doesn't happen in March, it's actually going to happen in April, because April is going to be mind-blowing. So it's either gonna happen in March or April. But if it doesn't happen in March or April, please don't get upset or don't be negative. You know, sometimes certain things take slightly longer. It really depends on your specific situation, and it also depends on your own, you know, understanding. So you have to be as open-minded as you possibly can. And if you are feeling very negative or very kind of dark towards someone, you should just release that amount of negative energy so you can literally move on. It's probably to do with you working on a certain karma in order to achieve this impact on your life, where you are going to be presented with somebody really, really mind-blowing. So I'm seeing this in March, you know, I'm seeing this right now, that there is someone who's going to come into your life. There is something that you're going to start doing again, my gorgeous Aries, something that you haven't done for a while. And that in itself is going to put you in touch with this very, very interesting person. This very interesting person here, it's like, you're not going to fancy this person immediately, but it's almost as if you're going to be sharing like the same way of thinking, and the conversation is great. So it's going to look like a normal person to you, like normal person, nothing like, oh my God, hello darling, you know, not like that. But the more you say, it's going to be more about you starting conversation with this person, and then the more you talk, the more you're going to like this person. The more you talk, the more vavavumish you're going to feel. The more you talk, the more delicious that person is going to feel. So it's one of those, the best people ever, because the beauty is going to come from inside. Listen to to me very carefully. I'm not talking about like the fact that that person is not pretty or good looking or anything. No, baby, no. I'm just saying that this is someone really wise, really intelligent, really clever, somebody very kind of mind-blowing in so many different ways, but also somebody who thinks like you. And the more you talk to this person, the more will be revealed about that person in terms of how much you like this person. So those people are the best, you know, because their beauty is going to come from within. But it's also like, oh my God, how you gonna get on? It's just like, oh my God, it's gonna be amazing. So you will know that there is something very remarkable going to start happening with that person, you know, soon. But it's gonna start like a maybe friendship first, and then it's going to turn into something completely different. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Oops. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.